Hello guys, again welcome back to my channel Ghostly Gaze Productions. In this video today, today was 31st December. Okay, so just after some time, the 2025 will gone and the next year 2026 starts. So happy New Year in advance. Okay, happy New Year actually, and it is the eve of New Year. Okay, just after some time then the next year will begin, 2026 will begin. Okay, and so in this video I'm going to talk about, I want to continue my astrology videos. Okay, so I'm going to cover the planet Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is the karaka, means the significator or the reason. You can see in astrology it is considered the representative reason or responsible for our voice, communication skills, analytical thinking, analytical skills, and business skills. Okay, Mercury is also the karaka of business. However, the profit from business is seen from Saturn, but the planet of business is the Mercury. Okay, Mercury is your intellect. Mercury is also known as Budha in Hindi. In Vedic astrology in Sanskrit, it is considered its name was Budha. Mercury was known by the name of Budha. Budha means buddhi, your brain, your analytical skills, your ability to learn things. Okay, Jupiter represent wisdom and experiences, the experiences you gain from applying your knowledge, the wisdom you earn, the ability to make wise decisions, the philosophy represented by the Jupiter. But the ability to learn things, consume as much you can, consuming more and more knowledge, learning more and more things, is actually represented by the governed by the Mercury. Mercury is the planet of intellect. It is a planet which represents subconscious mind, your habits. Okay, the moon represent your emotions, your mind, your conscious self. Okay, but your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your mood, emotions is moon, but your subconscious mind is Mercury. Mercury represent your habits. Okay, Mercury represents the subconscious things. Okay, the mantra siddhi and the vak siddhi come from the Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is the ruler of third house and the sixth house. Okay, in Kalpurusha Kundali it rules the third house and the sixth house. The third house contains the natural energy of Gemini, or sixth house control the natural energy of Virgo. Mercury is exalted in Virgo. Okay, earthly sign. Okay, whereas Gemini is Aries sign. Okay, so all the air element, Gemini represent the technology, Mercury represent the communication. Whenever the Mercury go retrograde, people say, oh, do not communicate. This is the time to meditate, look inward, chant mantras. This is the time to relax and take a step back. Okay, because Mercury represents analytical things. When Mercury go retro, the energy related to the Mercury becomes strong too much. Okay, so at that time it is necessary to take a step back, hold on, and to analyze things deeply. Mercury represent communication. So during the time of Mercury retrogression, there is several problems in communications. Okay, so Mercury represent technology. Mercury also makes you a software engineer. Okay, the software related things, the communication technology is represented by Mercury, as Mercury rules the Gemini sign, which is the Aries sign, and the earthly sign, which is the Virgo sign. It is exalted in Virgo. All the finance related things, the accumulation of finance, the wealth, accounting, okay, and the technology, software engineering especially, is represented by the Mercury. So Mercury also owns the sign of Gemini, which is an Aries sign, and technology is represented by the Aries signs in astrology. Even in the Vedic astrology, whenever some benefics came in the Jupiter, such as Jupiter and some other benefics came in the Gemini sign, the technology stock, the tech related stocks go on. Okay, the tech sector is represented by and ruled by Mercury, and also the finance and accounting sectors are also ruled by Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is the significator and the planet which is responsible for these things. Okay, so Mercury represents the ability to manage things, management, finance, accounting, softwares. Okay, technology, all these things are represented by Mercury. Mercury also represents the marketing. Okay, as it rules the third house. So Gemini is the house of Gemini represents your neighbors, your colleague circles. Okay, it represents Mercury also represents siblings. Okay, Mercury is represented by green color. Okay, it's represented by green color. And sixth house, which is the house of enemy, death, diseases, there the resides the national energy of Virgo. Okay, so Virgo is the sign of purity. Okay, it's the sign of purity, hospitality. Okay, service to others. Okay, so if the Jupiter Mercury is malefic in some charts, it is suggested to go to an orphanage and donate for little children. Okay, go to a hospital where children are ill, little children are ill, and help them, support them, donate to them. Okay, Mercury is exalted in Hasta Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of Moon. However, Moon and Mercury are not considered friends, but Moon is exalted in Hasta Nakshatra, which is the sign, which is the nakshatra of Moon. So, and Hasta Nakshatra lies in the Virgo zodiac. So Mercury on two zodiacs, Gemini and Virgo. Virgo is earthly sign and Gemini is Aries sign. Okay, so Mercury has 7th aspect. Wherever you sit, it see and expect the 7th place from it. Okay, so if Mercury sit in the 7th house, first house, you have to count from first house, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So it look at the 7th house. If it's second sit at the 8th house, it look at the 2nd house. Okay, so wherever the Mercury sit, you have to count from that place. Wherever the Mercury look, you become curious about those things. It give you extreme analytical ability and extreme understanding of that area of life. You become naturally curious and able to understand things, able to quickly understand and grasp things about that area. Okay, or Mercury also represent your memory. Okay, how sharp your memory will be. Several comedians also have good Mercury. That's why they're able to make some jokes, crack jokes, because Mercury is a comedian, is a kind of comedian. Okay, so the Mercury is developed in Pisces, because in Pisces is the sign of transcendence, is the sign of enlightenment, is the sign of moksha. However, there is a nakshatra which is Revati, which is owned by the Mercury, but still Mercury is not considered good in Pisces, because Mercury has to learn things. Mercury is a materialistic planet. It is here for learning things, gaining experience, learn different skills. Okay, it rules the 3rd house, which is the house of skills. It represents the 6th house, where you have to work, where you have to serve others. So Mercury is the planet of materialism, is a materialistic planet. It is not built for spirituality, where you just have to focus on, you have to believe in faith. So Mercury become confused. How can I believe in faith when I am the one who's doing things, when I am the one who's setting up the machinery, when I am the one who's doing business? So how can I believe that there is some other godly power which is running the world? So Mercury is not considered good in the 12th house, the house of moksha. However, Venus become exalted in this. Okay, because Venus is not only the guru of grahas, guru of the asuras, but it also the Shukracharya, which is represent the Venus, is the devotee of Lord Shiva. Okay, so it also the planet of spirituality. So it become exalted there. Where Mercury become developed, because it is mind. Mind has to learn things. Mind has to learn different things. Mind has to gain knowledge. Mind has to gain experience. Mind has to practice things. Okay, so that's why Mercury become developed. So this is the video for Mercury, guys. I hope you will enjoy this video well, and see you next time.